We're unmuted now. We are live. Game number 2 for state. Unfortunately, last night did not go our way against Prior Lake. And Prior Lake's in the championship against Minnetonka. Congratulations to them. But you know what? We still got something to fight for. We are going to play a different team, Willmar, that we have not played yet this year. Oh, we're going to take a pause for the national anthem.
Gary Urbich giving him the national anthem here in Woodbury. Does a fine job, as always.
Great job by Gary Urbich, but as I was saying, new team, we haven't played these folks. Should be a fun one. I think we got one more in us tomorrow, Dana.
Loser, this one goes home.
Not tonight, though, based on the weather.
Not tonight, based on the weather.
Special time to shout out to the sponsors. KLS Construction, Ryerson Construction, Emerald Level, Dale Schmidt Agency, Stittsworth Meats, Lapeer Shorelines, Platinum, and our diamond level sponsor, Northern Amusement.
Here comes
if tonight is the last
Westover.
night, hats off to being able to do this with Dana. He's made this broadcast better than it ever could have been. He's the voice of the North, and we're lucky to have him.
Well, we're having fun here tonight again at Woodbury, Minnesota in this state championship run, although we're chasing the Consolation Cup here as the puck boys come to the center ice, and it's owned by Bemidji. The Bear line's out there to begin, and it comes to Urbich in mid-ice. And it's comebacks to Westover. Westover sends it up ahead, gets across the red line, dumps it in behind. Rings around to the near corner, and there's Meyer to take it. He fires it over towards the slot. Urbich is there, takes a swat at it. Comes up to the high slot and over to the far corner in by Baird.
Boom.
Players upended right in alongside the cage, and yesterday that would have been a penalty. Not today, though, as it comes up the half wall. And Willmar is going to bring it up the near side. Another body on them by Baird. Gets up to the line. Not out yet. Now it comes out. Squirts down into the Bemidji zone. Lapeer's back there to cover. He gets in behind his own net. Fires it up the far side for Urbich. Urbich goes cross ice for Lapeer. Meyer, rather. Now on to Baird. Baird drops it back for Meyer. Shot. Goes wide left. Over to the far wall now. Baird's got it there. He'll battle along there with probably the shortest player in the tournament. Rings it around in earboards. Comes up the half wall. Urbich holds the line. Helped out a little bit there by Stittsworth. Held in again. Here comes Adams out of the fray, and he gets a shot on goal. And it goes off into the corner. Back up into the slot again. Backhander goes all the way through the slot over to the near corner. Tyken now. He brings it up to the far side, brings it all the way up to the high slot. He's going to shovel it over to Stitchworth at the hash marks. Stitchworth has got a body placed on him, and they fire it out to center and right back in as Jacobson dumps it in with players caught in the zone.
Gavin.
I think you're right though, Eric. Bemidji's got something to prove here. They're coming in hard. Boys are pushing.
Well, we got a special shout out to Gavin from the Shanahans. They love listening to you.
What?
The Shanahans. They want to shout out to you.
Great to hear it. Here comes Bemidji back the other way, out to center, across the line. And the Willmar defense is able to break it up. And they send it back out to center. There's Baird. He's got it at his own blue line. Goes D to D for Roscoe. Roscoe sends it back over to the near side. Here's Jacobson. He's going to sweep it in. Tips it over to the slot. It comes right on goal. And the goaltender, I think it's Hegerberg. I believe it is Hegerberg. He stops it there and covers up Devin Hegerberg. Hegerberg has a 3.98 goals against average and sport an 8.55 save percentage, whereas Colton White to our right here in blue, he's got 2.11 coming into the weekend for shot or goals against and a 9.16 save percentage. Off the face-off, the Willmar is able to get a hold of it, and they fire down in there. Roscoe gets there first, though, brings it up the wall, and it's chipped out of the zone. Willmar picks it up at the red line, dumps it back in, and we have a whistle behind the play. And before it even crossed the line, that was they called the icing before it even got across the line. But we're not going to give them a territorial advantage, so we will drop it off at center ice. Tyken to take that one, comes back for Lapeer. Up to the far side, Lapeer to Yerbich. And the Cardinals send it back into the Bemidji zone. Westover's there, he tries the other side, gets through Meyer. Cardinals have it now in their own zone, get it up to the blue line and out. And they're going to whistle their way through the center ice, fire it back in there. They're going to say it wasn't icing. And it goes over the far wall, shot from there right on. Stick saved by White, goes to the far side, comes to the near wall. Cardinals all working up the zone, but knocked right back in there. Now they have it in behind, short angle shot, and Colton White's got a stick on that one. Over to the other side, another shot on goal. Loose in front. Finally, Westover gets a hold of it, and he's going to carry it out to center. Cross the red line, rolls off of his stick, comes into the zone, but Tyken was in just a hair offsides, and that'll bring the face-off back out of the zone, and Tyken's not happy about that one bit.
Dana, want to throw another shout-out in. My brother from South Bend, Indiana, and my dad are watching. We are national.
We are national.
Yeah,
My goodness.
Oh, big hit there.
The house is raucous here tonight. We got a lot of cheering fans, a little rough pause and play. Puck comes up to the high circle, shot right on. Deflects over into the corner. Baird's got it. He sends it up. It goes off the referee. And it comes up to the point. Back down into the corner. Cardinals have it there. They'll ring it around to the near side. And a pitching Jacobson will get down there. He'll fire it wide. And he'll go over to the far side. Baird tips it back for Roscoe. He shoots one in on goal. Stick save. Comes in on the near side. Willmar fans are cheering for anything they can. Puck comes out of the zone. Jacobson's got it. And everybody's going to check up as Jacobson sidesteps a check and dumps it in deep. Cardinals will pick it up there. They'll ring it around the far side. Roscoe will pick it up at the blue line. He'll fire it right back in there. Down into the near corner. Adams now. He'll set it down in deep. Comes to, I think that's Stitchworth. Now it's going to work its way up. Jacobson pinches. Is able to manage it. And it comes just outside the zone. And the Cardinals will pick it up there and send it back up. Roscoe's got it. He's got speed the other way. Gains the zone right into the skates of Adams. He can't handle it, so he has to chase it over to the corner. Players are flying all over the place. And there's a high-intensity game going on here. Puck comes back out to center. Westover has it. He turns it right back up in and crosses the line over for Adams. Adams to short angle, shot out right on, and that one's saved to the corner. Up now for Westover, the point, takes a shot, and it's blocked in front and deflects down into the corner. From there, Cardinals have it. Not a fast skater though, and he's caught up. Baird catches up to him. Now Baird's got it across the blue line. Cuts to the slot, shoots right on. And the goaltender Hergerberg has that one right in his gullet. And he'll hang on to that one with a stop and play. 9:23 now left in the first period. Scoreless game. Faceoff will come to the right of Hegerberg. And Tyken will take this one. Comes up to the point for Lapeer. He chases it over to the far side. Comes out and right back in. He sweeps it around. And they're going to call that intentional offside. So the faceoff is going to go all the way down into the Bemidji zone.
Was it icing or no?
Offsides. Well, Dana, this has been a back and forth battle here. I love seeing our Lapeer Shoreline sponsor.
The faceoff comes up to the Cardinals at the point. They send one in there. Stick saved by White. Rebound and another rebound, and they get a goal. Cardinals get one. And it's going to be number 14. That's going to be Aiden Martinez. He is one of their leading scorers.
Dana, do you think there might be a little level of overconfidence based on how Willmar's game went last night, 13-0?
It seems that way. I think there's a whole lot of fan support on the Cardinals side of the arena right now because they are cheering for every single thing that happens, good or bad. So it's got the boys in blue on their heels here a little bit as the puck comes into the Bemidji zone. And at the blue line, it comes back to Roscoe. He goes rink wide for Baird. Baird will pick it up. Goes right through him, though. And the Cardinals will pick it up behind their own goal and fire it up the far side. Comes out to center. And Roscoe thinks about sending it in there, but realizes he can't. Too many people blocked up in the zone. Now it comes back to him. And at the red line, he skates it into the zone. Drops it for Meyer. Cross ice now for Baird. Baird will now send it back in across for Roscoe, and Roscoe tried a one-timer and it came off weird, went way down in the corner. Jurvich now, he turns and sends it back down in. The Cardinals will pick it up there off the wall, comes back up to Roscoe. He sends it back down for Baird. At the hash marks for Roscoe up top, shot from there to goal! Woo!
What a shot by Roscoe.
Roscoe from Baird.
That is a 5-on-5 Stitchworth Meads goal scored by 14 Brody, assisted by 21 Callan. What a snipe.
Gets him over the glove side. And maybe that'll help cool this crowd down a little bit.
They are excited.
So Tyken comes into the faceoff here. It's 8:06 left in the first period, by the way, and it's a tie game. Cardinals dump one in deep. Westover gets it there, dumps it down in the near corner. Up along the near wall, Tyken's going to skate it out of there. Cuts to the center, crosses the red line. From the circle, he carries it in there, poised, tries to stuff it, and it goes off the side of the net. Now he centers it up, it's going to come to Lapeer. Lapeer sends one of the backhander into the slot, and it trickles wide of the net, goes into the corner. Battle in the corner now. Tyken's in there along with Adams. Comes to Stitz. And Adams tries to flip one out into center. And it's picked up by the Cardinals and sent back out to center. Lapeer will now send it back in. And Tyken will get checked off the play and he'll lose his stick in the process. He heads to the, no, he's going to grab his stick and stay in there. And Lapeer will get a hold of the puck and bring it into the zone. Near side, down to the hash marks. Centers it up for Adams. Adams can't pull a one-timer. And it goes down in the corner. Held in there by Westover. Comes right to Adams. Adams takes a shot. It's blocked and it goes down in the corner again. Finally the Cardinals will golf it all the way down. It's going to come on net. And it'll be sent up ice. And that's going to be and icing on Bemidji at 6:43 left in the first period. So faceoff will come down to the left of Colton White. And we got Baird in there to take it. And it's owned by the Cardinals. D-to-D pass, shot on goal. Blocked in front. And it comes over to the near corner. Skated out of there by Baird, sent ahead, comes to Ryerson, he can't reach it. Cardinals pick it up in their own zone. They bank it off the boards, but not. They will come out. Right to the red line. They'll bat it down in there, and Roscoe will give chase. And it comes right up to the mouth of the goal. And there's a Cardinal there to bat it in on a broken play, as I think White was trying to get a hold of it and clear the zone. Came weird off his stick, came right into the paint, and the Cardinal just whacked it in there. So suddenly it's 2-1 for Cardinals with 6:18 left in the first.
There just doesn't seem to be a lot of focus on the boys in blue right now.
I didn't quite see exactly what happened there, but I thought Colton was trying to clear the zone and somehow rolled weird off of his stick and came into the paint. And it was a pretty easy shot there for the Willmar forward. As now the puck comes down into the Bemidji zone. Up for Jacobson now. He'll carry it in with some speed. Gets up to the high slot. DK hits and a goal.
There it is.
Beautiful goal there by William Jacobson, and he needed one.
Yeah, nice goal coast to coast by Bubba. Another 5-on-5. Stittsworth meets goal. Scored by number 20.
I'm not sure who gave it to him, but that ties it up in short order.
They got to wake up, though.
And maybe that'll spark.
We're just kind of messing around, it feels like.
Maybe this will spark some life into the blue. Tyken off the line, and it's owned by Yerbich. He sends it back for Jacobson. Jacobson sends it up ahead, goes right on the Willmar player, and I guess it came in offsides. At any rate, face-off comes out of the zone, and the puck is controlled by Bemidji. Roscoe now up ahead, gives it to Tyken. Tyken will carry it in on the far side, gets in the circle and gets mugged, and it comes off of his stick down in the corner. He gathers it up again though, and he's getting checked like crazy. Finally comes to Jacobson. He sends one in there. That one goes wide of the cage. Over to the far side. Roscoe will send it down in deep again. It'll ring around the boards. And over to the near side. Meyer will pluck it off the wall. He comes up to the center of the circle, loses it, comes to Yerbich. He chips a hopper into the zone there. And Hergeberg will cover that one up and hang on. 5:16 left in the first period. 2-2 game here in Woodbury. Faceoff goes down into the corner, and Baird battles for it there. Adams comes to help out, squirts out, comes to Stittsworth. He gets in the slot, shoots, deflects sideways, goes save side, comes right back to him. He shoots again. Rebound comes all the way out to the top of the circle. Lapierre sends one in there, and they clear the zone all the way down, and that's going to be an icing on Willmar with 4:46 now remaining in the period.
Well, Dana, it does kind of feel like we're starting to put the foot to the gas, not the brakes.
They're starting to get it to the net for sure. We had a Willmar player fall as he's lining up.
Those circles will get you.
It's nice and slippery. Lapierre gets it down deeper in there.
Yep.
And they're going to try to clear it out of there. Over to the near side now. Willmar still got it. They send it up the wall, and they're not gonna get it out. Not yet anyway. Now they do. And it comes off of their stick with Westover doing some nice stick work. Gives it back for Stittsworth. Stittsworth up ahead for Baird. Baird can't get on it though. Battles through a check. And down in deep with it. He drops it. And Stitsworth is able to get it over to the wall and comes out to center ice. Batted around there. Now it goes into the zone. Good. Adams has it over to the near side. Hash marks. Sends it up towards the high slot. And it comes right to Lapierre. Lapierre now. He'll bring it all the way around behind. And he'll drop it at the corner, but there's nobody there to drop it to. Now the Cardinals send it up to the high point. And Stitsworth gets it down for Lapierre over for Baird. At the hash marks. Baird does some fancy stick work. Comes up to the point and gets past Westover. And Westover's going to have to chase it down into his own zone. He sends it up ahead for Baird, who's just tagged up. And he's ridden off the play. And the Cardinals get it back out to center. Comes back for Jacobson. Now he fires it up ahead for Adams. Adams can't wrangle the pass, though, and at center ice, it's shoveled over to Roscoe. He gets in the zone, but Adams was in a stride off. And that's going to be offsides on Bemidji with 3:06 now remaining in the first period. So Willmar will change up some legs here. And Tyken will take that face-off, comes to the near side for Jacobson. Skates in there, gets across the line, but it's offsides again on Bemidji. I didn't see who came offsides that time, but it was somebody.
Cub. But no, it wasn't Cub. I think it was Peyton.
So this time we're going to have Tyken take the face-off again. Comes to Jacobson. Jacobson dumps it down in. It rings around the boards. In behind. Comes back to the near side. 2:51 left in the period. Shot there from the points. Blocked. And it's going to be picked up by Ryerson and sent down to the corner for Tyken. He turns towards the goal. Puts a shot on right in the paint. It's loose. And he'll get it again. He'll try and fire another one in there. This time Jacobson will pick it up. And he takes a shot, and Cardinals get it back out. This time Tyken gets a hold of it. He wins the race, and he turns it back up ice. Gets to the center, across the line, and it's brought over to Ryerson. He takes a shot, goes right on goal, and the goaltender is able to cover it up and bring another stop in play now with 2:17 left in the first period in a tie game, 2-2. I don't know, Eric. I think this Willmar fan base has been at the bar.
No judgments here.
No judgments there. Over in the slot, shot there, and a goal. Corbin Meyer.
Big Corbin there.
Pulls one off the face-off, fires it glove side, and gets the go-ahead goal.
Another 5
3-2
on 5
with 2:14 left in the first period.
Another 5 on 5. Stitsworth meets goal. Scored by 17. Corbin. I don't know who got the assist, but
it came right off the face-off, I do believe.
So that been Callan then?
It may have been Callan, yes.
So that's his second assist of the night.
Callenberry probably with the assist. 2:14 now left in the first period as the face-off is controlled by the Cardinals, and we'll trade some possessions here in neutral ice. Cardinals pick it up on the red line, get it into the zone. Westover has it there, sends it up ahead for Yerbich. Yerbich for Meyer. Meyer gets the zone, goes to far side for Meyer. Comes back to Meyer on the doorstep, and it's sent in behind. Over to the near wall. Westover holds it in, sends it down in again. Nothing but Cardinals there, though. They send it out the back of their own goal. Their goal goes over to the far wall. And in 29 seconds we'll get there, won't we, bud? Yep. Willmar will send it up to the wall. Not out, though. Westover holds the line. And Willmar works her way back out to center. They gain the zone. They take a backhander towards Colton White. He saves that with a stick. And Lapierre will bring it up the near side. Shoveled out for Yerbich. Yerbich runs in with some speed. He's got Baird with him. but they come in offsides. And that'll bring the face-off just outside the zone, which could have been a good break. But they got a little bit jumpy on the blue line. 1:04 remaining. First period, 3-2, Bemidji.
Thank you.
As you heard,
Gavin's
we're under a
always
minute
there
of
for
play.
you.
Comes up to the mouth of the goal. Knocked in back in behind there. Stitsworth is working his way behind. He's got it there. Tips it around the defender. Can't maintain it though. Cardinals pick it up. And they send it up to the line, but it's held in there by Adams. Sends it back in behind for Tyken. Tyken battles with it. Cardinals pick it up there and go far side with it. 28 seconds left as it comes up to the point. Shot down in there again by Roscoe. And now Tyken's got it behind the goal. Turns, sends it towards the goal. Comes right into the slot. Played with a high stick for a moment. And the goaltender is able to drop on it and hold on with 17.3 ticks left on the clock. So off the face-off there, we're going to have a whistle. And I think they're going to toss somebody out of the face-off. Probably should reset the clock, but we're not going to do that. So we're going to have a face-off here. Goes in behind again. Cardinals will have it down in the corner. Adams is there with Tyken. Tyken centers it up, comes to Jacobson. He takes a shot, and a goal!
Got it! And Bubba with his second one of the game, I think. Another 5-on-5 Stitsworth meets goal by Bubba. Second of the game. Nice shot.
I think it was fed to him by Adams, if I'm not mistaken. And that's going to put Bemidji up 4-2 now, with only 4 ticks left in the clock. Off the face-off, it'll come to Roscoe, and he'll just run
Brody
the clock
was on
out.
the assist. I didn't catch who was in. There's somebody else in there too, but
I missed it too.
well, a little bit of a rocky first period, but
Well,
in the last couple minutes we kind of like, all right, let's play some hockey.
This is why we take blood pressure medication.
And when you can get Neil Diamond in between periods, life's good.
All right. Bemidji's ready to play. And off the face of it comes to Lapeer. He gets it up to the blue line. And Moran will send it in there. We've got Gavin filling a spot as the videographer here today. At least for a little bit. The period break wasn't quite long enough for Eric. Puck comes up to Lapeer. He sends it back down to Baird. Back to Lapeer. He's going to shoot. Goes right in. Goal for Lapeer. Baird to Lapeer on this one. That's going to put Bemidji up again. It's going to be 5-2 now. So Baird's got a couple of assists here today. And it looks like Tykins, be Lapeer with his first goal. And it's a 5-2 advantage for Bemidji.
What the heck? I didn't have the 6 after.
Another shot goes off the glass behind. And it comes to the Bemidji defense out at center. Right back in there though. And now it's on a Cardinal stick as they come across the line. They've got some speed over to the near circle. Backhand it towards the outside of the goal. And the goal comes off the moorings.
Who got the goal?
And they're going to blow it dead.
Hey, you're right on time, though.
And
thank you, Gavin, for stepping in for me.
Yeah, I almost forgot to start the clock.
Gavin the Great.
Yeah, I almost forgot to start that. I almost forgot to stop your clock after the goal.
Dana, who got that goal?
that one would be Lapeer from Baird.
Lapeer from Baird
Yep.
on a Stitchworth Meets 5-on-5 goal. Good to see Bentley in the action. Callan's got 3 assists tonight, I think, already.
Has he got 3?
I messed up that 3.
You're good.
Puck goes over to the far wall. Tyken overskates it a bit, but Myers there to help out. He gets it in deep. Goes in behind, looks for a wraparound, won't be there. And he keeps battling. He maintains possession again. Sends it over to Yerbich. Yerbich fires one. Goes off the shin pad of the defender, and he's hurting. He's having trouble getting up. As he's been maintaining it, though, he's trying. This time it comes to Roscoe. Shot. Rebound goes wide. Now Myers sends it back up to Roscoe. He fires one in there, and that one gets deflected down in the corner, and Roscoe goes down to get it. Carries it all the way around, then behind. Sends it up into the slot. It comes right to the Cardinals, and they chip it out of the zone and all the way down the ice. This one's coming right in. That's going to go wide of the goal. Not going to be icing. And it's going to be picked up back there by Roscoe. Roscoe up ahead for Tyken. He tips it, but it's going to go all the way down for an ice. And he will head to the bench as the puck will come down to the other end for a defensive zone faceoff. .52 left in the second. 5-2 is our score. Face off in our Bemidji zone, comes to the wall, down in the corner. Lapeer's got it, he bats it up the line, and it gets past the defense. Stittsworth tries to poke it a little bit faster, or further, but it won't go. Now Baird's got it, cuts in, he gets stood up at the high circle, and the puck goes down in the corner. Stittsworth's down there along with Yerbich. Yerbich shoves his guy to the ice. Puck comes right into the slot there, comes to Baird, fires another one in there. Rebound won't go either. Over to the far wall. Now Willmar's able to get it up to the blue line and out. Fired right back in there by Adams, and we had another Bemidji player caught in the zone. So we'll blow that one dead and bring the face out of the blue line.
Don't worry about it. You're good. They love you, Gavin.
I make mistakes, but we can always fix them, and that's how they love me.
Yep, we all make mistakes. Except Dana. Dana doesn't make mistakes.
Off the face-off. Willmar's got it. They're going to chip it back out to center. Comes to Westover. D to D for Lapeer. Lapeer up ahead. Tipped by Moran. Goes down in the zone. Moran picks it up again. Can't quite get it ahead, but a trailing Lapeer gets it on goal. Goes into the glove of the goaltender. I thought it hopped over the goal or the glove for a second, but it didn't. And Hegerberg has got it in the glove. Face off again to his left. And it's brought up to the near side. Right in the slot. Tyken's got it. Turns at the half wall. Goes cross ice. Tipped. Lapeer now. He'll send it up ahead for Moran. Moran's his momentum was going the other way, so he fires it over to the other side. And Tyken will come into the zone with it over there. Down in behind. And he brings it over to the near side. He's battled off the puck though that time as the Cardinals come up the near side. Get across the red line. And Moran does a nice job of knocking that one off. And it's picked up again by the Cardinals. And they send it in on White, who drops it there. And now we're going to spring Moran. Gets past him though, and the Cardinals defense gets there first. They drop it, comes right up in the slot. And a trailing Tyken barely had an opportunity there. But it wouldn't go, and the goaltender, Hegerberg, is able to cover that one up. A lot of hairy little situations right in front of the goal here tonight. And the puck is down, comes to Meyer. He takes a blast that goes right through the back of the wall. It comes back out to the high slot area, or I'm sorry, the point area, and it goes back down in. Two Cardinals go down, and the Cardinal fans want a penalty. Puck though comes up to the dot, or up to the line, down to the hash marks. Jacobson brings it back down, and the Cardinals get it back out. Tipped by Roscoe. And it comes in just as Yerbich was exiting the zone. And the boys in stripes are saying he didn't make her. 10:37 left in the second period, 5-2 Bemidji. Baird, Yerbich, Meyer on the forwards. And it comes to Baird, cuts into the slot, takes a shot, blocker saved into the corner. Baird picks it up again down there, he wins that race. And he's sent it back up in the slot. Comes to Roscoe. Shot goes right on. And Hegerberg's got it. Right in the wickets. And he'll hang on to this one.
Bemidji's certainly keeping the pressure up.
Lots of offensive zone time here. As Baird comes to the dot. And the faceoff comes to Meyer. Meyer's going to send it over to Jacobson. He sends it down in deep. Meyer's got it back there. Over to the near side for Baird. Up to Roscoe. Roscoe over to Jacobson. Shot from there. That was deflected down in the corner. Meyer's got it. And he goes rink wide back deep for Baird. Baird gets bodied but maintains possession. Gets it up for Roscoe. Back to Baird. Baird works his way over to the slot. He backhands it over for Jacobson. Jacobson comes along the line, gives it back to Baird. Over for Roscoe. Roscoe now steps in, sends a redirect in there, but it doesn't go. And it ends up going wide of the cage. Down in the corner, puck sent back up to Roscoe. D for Jacobson. Jacobson brings it over to the wall and tries to get it in deep, but it's intercepted by the Cardinals. And they get across the line on the near side. They do so and dump it in. And Jacobson picks it up and carries it up the far side. Dekes around a defenseman. Sends it up ahead for Baird. Baird's got Meyer on the other side. He feeds it to him right in the skates. Comes in on the goaltender off the skates. Now the redirect goes right through the paint. No one's there to knock it in. And they'll clear it over to the other side. Jacobson now, he'll send it back down in deep. And it'll be picked up there by Baird. Picked off of his stick though by a Cardinal. And the Cardinals will get it past the defense, but not for much. As Jacobson again grabs the puck and fires it right back in there without looking to see if he's got dudes in the zone. He's an aggressive player. And he's great to have on the team. He's got 2 goals here today, and he's eager to get another one. But his fire is getting people trapped in the zone a little bit here. Puck comes down into the face-off into Bemidji zone. Shot from the high point area there that gets caught in traffic. And they'll work it down the wall. Picked off of the crew there by Tyken. Comes to Stitsworth. He tips it up ahead, and here comes Adams with speed. Gets across the line. He gets around the defense right in. Shot right on. Save made, and the puck comes in the slot. Another backhander gets deflected wide. Goes down in the corner again. And Willmar is trying to get it out. They finally do. And Westover's there to send it right back in there with some help from Tyken. I'm sorry, that's Adams. Comes back to Lapeer on the near side. He pitches down. And we're going to finally get our first penalty of the game, as I think it's Lapeer got into the sticks, or the skates rather, of the Cardinal player and put him down.
We're going to go on our first penalty of the game, but this is a Northern Amusement penalty kill. Diamond level sponsor.
I didn't see the call, but I'm sure it was tripping.
Tripping. Yep.
So Bemidji will go on the PK here for 2 minutes with 7:57 now left in the second period. And Cardinals aren't able to maintain the zones. Everybody's going to have to check up. Everybody does so, and they send it over to the near side. Back to the far side. Missed the pass there. They'll gather it up again. Try it one more time. Missed it on this side now. Here's Bemidji's going to pick it up in the zone. Drop pass for Baird from Moran. He loses it now. Comes to the Cardinals. They take a shot from there. And it goes right into Colton White, and he hangs on to that one. And that'll bring a stop and play with a $1:27 left on the Lapeer penalty.
Dana, make sure you get that full break in there.
We will, buddy.
Seems like Dana's remembering pretty well.
I'm doing a little better job, aren't I? I'll lean down like this so you can get it right into the mic, all right? Off the face-off. Willmar controls. The shot deflects down in the corner. Off the wall on the near side. Moran's got it. He shovels it out for Baird. Baird does a nice stick move, gets it to the inside. And he absolutely breaks the ankles of the Willmar player and then sends it over the top of the cage. Check hard on the other side. That won't bring any penalties there. And Willmar will come up the other way. They gain the zone. Tipped nicely off the play by Westover. Comes to the mouth of the goal. And Bemidji's going to be able to get it back out of there. 47 seconds left as here comes Roscoe. He stops at the circle. Takes a shot on goal, blued it out of there, and cleared by Willmar. They're going to send it up to the near side now, trying to gain the zone the other way. And they're having a hard time gaining the zone, even with their power play. Moran now brings it right into the slot. And gets it out of there again as Baird now carries it up ice. He's going to circle back, though. He hasn't got much for help. And he maintains pressure with it as the tick on the power play for the Cardinals ticks down to 8 seconds. They're going to retrieve it back in their own zone. And they'll fire it up.
Bemidji full strength.
Bemidji's full strength with
right into
5:55.
Thank you.
You betcha. Yeah, I did it right in the Dana's mic.
They heard you, buddy. They always do.
I know, because it was in Dana's mic. It was in Dana's mic when I said full strength.
So 5:53 left in the second period.
Dana, they were kidding me fully.
5-2 is the score. And we have an offensive zone faceoff. Comes to Yerbich. He fires one in there, goes through traffic, and it's deflected over to the corner. Tyken's got it there. Comes to Meyer. Back to Tyken. Gets through him. Jacobson has it there. No, that's Westover. He fires one in there. Rebound. Loose in front. And it's still loose. And they're going to blast it in there. Finally, it goes in. That was as busted up of a play as I've ever seen. And they're signaling goal.
Another one for Corbin.
I think it's going to be Corbin. Corbin Meyer.
5-on-5. Stitchworth meets goal. Scored by 17 Corbin. I don't know who got this.
There was about 47 people, give or take, in this paint there. So it could have gone to just about anybody, really.
Dana, so when I said the full strength, I think it went right in your mic.
Yep. So it looks like we might have a timeout. Oh, we're going to have a goaltender change here. So Willmar is going to change it up. And Zach Oviet is going to come in for Willmar.
So I might have gave,
So
gave him some language. He probably doesn't appreciate
for now,
me right
and
now.
I imagine they're going to try to spur the team into some offensive production here with a goaltender change. Oviatt. Zach Oviatt's got a 4.11 goals against average, and he's got an .857 save percentage. I think I covered this before, but Colton White on the Bemidji side, 2.11 goals against, and a .916, a nice respectable 916 save percentage.
That I didn't know. Then you're like, you didn't know him? I'm like,
all right, we're coming to center ice here. Tykins stepping in there. And off the face-off comes to Yerbich. Over to the far wall. He puts a body on his player, and Meyer comes in to take it. In his own zone, he fires it up ahead for Tykin. Comes to Yerbich again on the far side. Works his way down the line. Backhands it over to the slot. Nobody home, but a bunch of red jerseys.
You got it.
They fire it back out of there. Lapierre sends it up ahead. And Willmar will center right back down in deep. Rings around to the far side where Westover picks it up there. He rings it around to the near side.
I'll show you after this period.
And Yerbich will tip it out of there, but it comes right back in.
I feel like Brian's judging us.
Now it comes up to
I feel a lot of judgment on Lapeer Shoreline.
Tykin up for Meyer. Tykin again. He gets into the zone, right in the slot. Gets a weak shot on goal, and it goes
I'll show you, bud.
Saved down into the corner. Along the wall now. Comes up to the point for Westover. He backs it up a little bit. Takes a shot down in there. Goes wide. And Tykin can't quite muster a rebound as it goes in behind the net.
We'll get it in before
Wilmer will get a hold of it there. And they'll fire it off the glass. Off the wall, rather.
So
and over to Lapeer. And over to Westover. Westover will work his way up through traffic. Can't do it, though. And Wilmer will get across the line and fire it in deep. Colton White stops it behind and fires it off the wall to the other side. And Wilmer will maintain possession on the wall. Maybe not for long, though, as Lapeer and Meyer are in there to dig for it. It comes to Meyer. Starts heading the other way. Cross ice for Yerbich. He maintains it. And he gets across the line, takes a shot, stick save down in the corner. In behind now. Tykin's going to, well, he's not going to hit it, but it's going to go into his skates. And it'll come to Meyer down there now. Meyer will reverse it. Sends it up the slot. Comes to Jacobson. Shot right on. Goes into the glove of Oviatt. And he'll hang on and bring a stop and play with 3:37 now left in the second period, with Bemidji leading 6-2. Face off to the right. Oviatt comes right to Adams. He blasts one. And Roscoe hustles all the way over to save the zone. He does that. And it'll come into the center ice, and he'll have to pick it up again. Takes a look, fires it down in there. And Oviatt will stop it behind his own goal as another player overskates it. And that gives Adams a chance with a feed from Baird. Opportunity goes off the glass behind, though, and they'll battle on the far side. It comes back down in behind. And Baird will have it there. He's going to work his way to the near side up for Roscoe. Quick wrister. Gets deflected right in front. And Adams tries to center it, but goes off the side of the cage. Back to Roscoe again. He steps in, takes a shot, tipped, but it goes wide. Looking for a redirect there. It almost worked. Comes to Adams down in behind. He centers it for Stitchworth, who was wide open in the slot, but it was in his skates, and he couldn't make it happen. This time Jacobson, he gets a hold of it, works his way through some players, and the puck goes to the far side. Kind of a broken up play here, but it gets down in deep. And the Cardinals will grab it there and send it right back up to Roscoe. He drops it. Gets to the circle, shoot, that one goes wide. And Jacobson will step down in. He takes the body, and the puck will come out of the zone. Comes right back to Jacobson, though. Now he turns and fires. And Adams comes in with speed. Can't quite wrangle it, though. We got Baird right on the doorstep, and the pass wouldn't connect quite right. Had a great opportunity.
That was a beautiful play.
But it goes down into the corner. And Willmar is able to clear the zone. And they send it right on White as they bring it back up. Adams now takes a long shot, blocker save, and it goes down into the corner.
Dana, I think Brody might have been setting up a pad pass on that one.
I think so. Willmar picks it up in their own zone, brings it out to center. They finally gain the zone again after about 4 minutes. And Jacobson now picks it up there. Works his way over behind. And he'll cut up through the slot. Loses it, maybe, goes over the wall. Willmar tries to work it their way towards the goal. And they'll send it back up through center. And be picked up by Ryerson. He's got Moran with him. Ryerson stops, turns the other way, drops it for Tyken.
Nice pass.
A little bit behind him, though. Tyken can't master it. Clearing attempt.
Thank you.
And with that, it'll be an icing on Willmar.
Gavin, you're so good you don't even know it.
It'll come down to the other end. And with 57 seconds left in the second period and a 6-2 lead, Tyken will take the face-off just to the right. Oh, it. Face-off goes down into the corner, and it comes up to Jacobson at the point. He sends it back down into the corner where Ryerson is there.
Diet Coke.
He works it over to the near side. Comes to Lapierre. Lapierre works it down in the corner. And Tyken tries to center it up for Ryerson. Goes off the cage. Gathers it up again. Cuts in the slot. Shot and a goal.
There it is.
Tyken works his way around. Sweeps around right into the high slot. And it goes 5-hole on Oviatt to make it 7-2 now.
Another 5-on-5 Stitchworth meets goal scored by number 4 Wyatt. We'll listen for the assist because I'm not sure where it came from at this point.
Might have been Moran.
Unassisted, okay. Makes it easy.
Unassisted. Puck comes back in on Oviatt, and he'll steer it aside. And it comes to the near wall. Shot there by Lapierre, and that one goes wide into the corner. Tyken, he's got it. He's got 15 seconds left in the period. And he loses it, but it comes up to the point for Westover. Can't quite hold the line. He's got to wait for everybody to tag up. And Bemidji's going to try to gain the zone again, but I don't think they're going to do it as the clock runs out on the second period.
All right.
And that'll do it here.
What are you doing, bud?
So, we'll take a break here, bring out the Zamboni,
How do you do it?
and in about 12 to 15 minutes,
Team names, colors.
we'll get underway with the third
where I
period
can-
action with Bemidji leading 7-2.
Look at all the teams I've put in.
Yep, and is that how you put the shots on?
The shots?
Yeah. How do you do the shots on?
That's part of this button over here. See, shots right here, plus and minus, those are the shots.
Yeah, but how do you put those in?
I just hit the button.
Yeah, but how do you put it in actually before the game?
It's just automatically there.
Whenever you put the team in,
Yep. The shots are already there.
Okay, it's automatically there.
All right, we're back for third period.
All right, we're here
Third
for
period
third
here,
period.
Dana. 7-2. Let's get one more. Let's go running time. Let's get these frustrations out.
Off the face-off, it comes to Roscoe. He sends it over to the near side for Jacobson. He goes to his knees, but gets it out to center. Picked up by the Cardinals. They go rink wide for that one, but they're able to turn and fire it right in. Goes off to the side of the cage. Jacobson picks it up from there. Near side now, up for Meyer. Meyer sweeps it ahead, but it's intercepted by the Cardinals.
Well, if we lose, we're done.
At their own blue line. And they skate it out to center and send it up ahead. Jacobson gets it again. He sends it up ahead for Meyer. Meyer works it up through center. Backhands it for Yerbich. Yerbich fires one all the way in. Goes off the back wall, and the Cardinals will pick it up there. Comes up to Roscoe. He's going to step down to the slot over for Meyer. Meyer deeks. Can't get it on the forehand, though, as it rolls off. It goes down in the corner. Fired over to the other side as a clear. Now it comes to Roscoe again. Shoots it right on. Rebound and a goal. Corbin Meyer gets his at least second of the game.
I think that's a hattie for Corbin.
That is a hattie for Meyer. And it comes off of the shot by Roscoe. So that's going to put the score 8-2 here early in the third period. Tyken line now comes out. Off the face-off. It goes off of Adams' skate, but he gets it into the Cardinal zone. And the Cardinals will play catch at the deep position.
That was a 5-on-5
Stitchford
meets goal scored by 17 Corbin, assisted by 14 Brody. Bash brother to Bash brother.
And it's brought in offsides. Are we on running time?
We should be. Yep.
5-goal differential or 6? Must be 6. So the clock is running here with 13:32 left in the third period. And the puck comes over to Lapeer. His D-to-D pass is fanned on. Cardinals can't quite convert. And it comes to Adams. He's got some speed, drops it for Tyken. Tyken takes a shot, blocker save, goes over the top, and off the glass behind. Stitsworth sends it up to the point for Lapeer, back to Stitsworth. He sends it down in deep for Adams, tries to return it, but is blocked by the Cardinals. And they'll carry it back out to center. Tipped over to the near side by Westover, and Stitsworth will send it down in there. At the circle, they'll send it back out to center. Westover over for Lapeer on the far side. Lapeer will walk it in there. And he'll take a body as he goes down into the corner. Centered. Shot goes off the side of the cage. Kind of a weak one. And Willmar will work it up the boards. Taken there by Tyken. Tyken squirts over to the top slot. Is he going to shoot? He tries to center it instead. And was a little bit behind, or in front of, rather, Stitsworth. Stitsworth now up for Westover. Shot. Blocker booted over to the corner. And comes back up to Westover. Instead of charging down in there, he takes a defensive position, and the puck stays in the zone. Willmar now gets out to center, and they send it all the way in. They're going to call that a non-ice. And behind the play, or behind the goal, Roscoe will bring it all the way up to center, get it to Adams. Back to Roscoe. He's on all alone, takes a shot, and goal!
Is that Brody to Brody? Another
It's
5-on-5 Stitsworth meets goal.
B2B, yes it is. So I believe Adams, Adams gets the goal from Roscoe.
3 assists. It might be. Is that Roscoe's third goal? Is that what you got?
I don't have that, no.
Okay. Cub got the assist on there too, so another 5-on-5 Stitsworth meets goal.
Play is coming to the near side. Shot in there by Moran. And that goes off the skate. Comes back out to the line. Staved in there by Roscoe. Down in deep. Ryerson now. He'll send it in behind. Over to the circle, picked up there by Baird.
It
Out
is
for
running
Roscoe.
time.
Shot from there, block, open net, goes wide.
It is running time, but
Shoots it wide of the net, and it goes over to the far wall as they will battle for it over there. Cardinals will pick it up, try to work it out. Now they do. Comes to Jacobson. He's going to skate it up in there. He's looking for another goal himself. And it comes to Baird on the near side. He drops it in behind for Ryerson. Ryerson takes a shot. It's easily gloved by Oviatt. And he'll hang on for a stop and play there. Clock ticks away with 10:06 remaining. It's 9-2 Bemidji. Face off to the right of the goaltender, Oviatt. Tyken takes this one, and it's controlled by the Cardinals as they try to spring a player rink wide. It gets through everybody. Lapeer will go back and retreat for it. He'll return it back up the far wall up for Yerbich. Yerbich tries to get it ahead for Meyer. Doesn't get there though, and it goes into the wall behind. Comes back for Yerbich, across for Meyer. Meyer skating it up to the zone, trying to dangle through some players. Rolls off of his stick eventually though, and he go to the wall. And he puts a hard check on a Cardinal. Comes back to him though. And now it's going to come to Tyken. Tyken now is going to lose it. Comes up to Westover. He shoots. Stick save. Comes over to Meyer. Backhands back towards the goal. And it's busted up and comes over to the corner. Got a held stick there for Meyer, but no call there. And he rings it around behind. Comes to Tyken. Tyken now centers it up. It comes right to the Cardinals and up to the line where Westover holds it in. Down in the corner again. They come back up the line. Westover again holds it in. He sends it over to the far wall. And the Cardinals are going to get it out this time. And it comes to Lapeer to the near side for Westover. Westover comes down to the hash mark, takes a shot. Blocker save comes right into the slot. And the Cardinals are going to charge out through center, being pestered by Tyken. Tyken gets the zone, or gets the possession, but we're going to get an interference call on Yerbich. I missed that one altogether.
tennis is a great sport. Okay? There's nothing wrong with
2
tennis.
minutes for interference on Jace Yerbich as the clock ticks away with 7:47 remaining.
Well, Dana, appears we're going to go on another Northern Amusement penalty kill. Looks like a penalty on Jace.
Jace Yerbich.
The interference is the call.
Cardinals will control high in their own zone. Work the far side, back up. Shot from there, goes off the post. Goes down into the corner. And they maintain control there, not under a lot of pressure. They go down in the corner. And they center it up, shot and a goal. They had an open player right in the slot. Number 5, that's Easton Sorensen, second leading scorer for the Cardinals. And he flips it over the glove, I think it was, of Colton White. And he puts the deficit to 6 now in favor of Bemidji.
Thank you. Better early than late.
Faceoff comes over to the near side. Here comes the Cardinals again. Goes up high. Glove down by Roscoe. And the returning shot goes high in the air and glove down by White. So that'll bring a stop in play. We'll have a couple of change-ups here for the Cardinals. New string of forwards will come in there. And that'll bring Baird to the line. And goes right towards the goal, but it's scooped up by Roscoe. He goes far side with it, up for Moran. Moran will go up ahead for Baird. Baird will get the line on the near side. Go into the slot for Ryerson. Ryerson can't get a good shot with it, though. And the Cardinals will send it out of the zone, up for Roscoe. He works his way back to the line, and the Cardinals will send it all the way back down again, and that'll ice the puck with 5:43 ticking down in this third period game in Woodbury, Minnesota. So Colin Baird will come to the dot here for Bemidji. Off the face-up it comes to Lapeer. He's going to shoot from there. It's blocked in front. Westover's going to pinch down. He takes a swipe at it, but doesn't get all of it. They're going to work their way over to the far side. Finally they get it out. Defenseman's got it. He shovels it ahead. Picked off there by Ryerson. Ryerson ahead from Baird. He gets around the defense at the hash marks. Back for Ryerson. A blast goes right off the shin pad of the Willmar player. And they bring it back out to center. This time Westover chips it up ahead. He gets it out to center ice again. Now Baird's got it. He sidesteps the player nicely. Gains his own. Along the wall, he still has it. Comes right up to the goal. Goes in behind. Stops. Under pressure, he's pushed to the far side. He's going to shovel it up for Lapeer. Back down. Gets through everybody down in the corner. Now Ryerson's going to battle for it. And he'll go in behind.
It's only a couple.
And Ryerson will pick it up there. Along with Baird. Baird now again. He'll center it up for
That's pretty good.
Meyer. Comes over to the near side. Or Moran, rather, comes to the near side. Baird now will pick it up there at the half wall. He'll send it down in the corner. And the Cardinals will work it around to the far side as they clear the zone. Rink wide, and that's going to go all the way down for icing with 4 minutes left in the game and a 6-goal lead for Bemidji. You get the sense that the players are just trying to work this one through and let the inevitable happen.
I would tend to agree with you there, Dana.
Dana, until the drawing time, you gotta remember that for 1 minute. Go up a little bit faster.
We will, buddy. Off the face-off, it comes right to the side of the net. Jacobson gets one, goes off the chest of Meyer. Comes right to Jacobson again, another slapper. That one's blocked in front, comes into the corner. He's going to come up to Jacobson again. He gets to it, but it's blocked by the defense. And Roscoe will get it up ahead. Now it comes to Tyken. His shot is blocked in front, goes down in the corner. Over to the near side now. Cardinals will pick it up there, and they'll work it way up. And finally it'll come out to center. Roscoe's going to chase it back down in the defensive zone. And that's going to be icing again on Willmar with 2:52 now ticking away in this third period running time game. 9-3, Bemidji leads. It's about a 2-hour, 20-minute drive to Willmar from here. I have a suspicion that some of these folks are just going to head on home after this and beat the traffic and beat the weather.
I wouldn't blame them.
Maybe they're doing that anyway. Face-off comes to the near side. Bemidji can't quite gain the zone. There's a shot off the shot after the play. And we've got a technical foul coming against Wyatt Tyken as he made a shot on goal after the whistle.
That was a little unnecessary, but
so he's going to sit for the remainder of the game. And the faceoff will come down into the Bemidji zone.
brings us to another Northern Amusement penalty kill.
So Adams will take this face off. Haven't seen much of that. He gets a hold of it, carries it out, and he chips it down into center. He stays on it though, comes right into the paint. Not in the paint, but towards the net. Sends it off the side of the net. And it comes to the near side.
Conduct.
Willmar's on the power play, trying to work out of their own zone. Send it up to the far side. It's going to get by everybody, and Westover will send it back in the zone. Adams on the forecheck. They turn it back the other way, and they go across ice to the near side. Pass can't get there, though. Lapeer sent it back up. Go.
1 minute to play in the third period with your front roommate and you betcha.
Thank you.
And we're going to get another penalty now. This is going to be on Yerbich. He was working down in deep, slashes the guy and trips him up. I'm not sure what the call is going to be here. It's going to be a slashing on Jace Yerbich. 36 seconds tick away, and I have a feeling that's going to do it.
You're going to throw another penalty on here.
Battling down in the corner, he takes a swipe at it and catches the leg of the defender.
Just leave it alone, bud.
And the clock is going to tick away. 12 seconds. They're going to get one more drop in here. And off the face-off. Works its way in behind. Rung around the boards, and that'll about do it for this game as Bemidji is victorious and will make their way to the consolation final tomorrow.
Against Hermantown.
Hermantown will be the opponent.
Good way for the hometown team to bounce back after a nail-biter last night.
They started this one off a little bit sketchy, maybe a little overconfident.
Yep.
And the Willmar team had great support from their fans, and they worked it hard. They got a couple of goals right away and made it a little interesting for the first part of it, but Bemidji prevailed with some good hard efforts and better goaltending, and eventually pulled a 9-2 win.
9-3.
9-3 win, my bad. And so with that, we'll have to wrap it up.
Thank you to the sponsors, KLS Construction, Ryerson Construction, Emerald Level, Dale Schmidt Agency, Stittsworth Meats, Lapeer Shoreline, Platinum Level, and our diamond sponsor, Northern Amusement. Been a fun game. Dana, we get one more ride until we go off to the sunset. What's been a really fun season, so
that puts us real quick here. Consolation game is tomorrow morning for those that are interested. 10 o'clock in the morning here in Woodbury.
Hermantown Hawks. Nothing like coming down to the cities to play a northern team. Thanks for tuning in, folks. Throw some thumbs up. Throw some comments. If you want a shout out, throw out some text tomorrow. I will give you a shout out. But thanks for tuning in, and we will see you tomorrow at 10 a.m.